Nope, it's still, yeah, okay, that's right. I'm talking to myself. Hello and good evening. It's always going to be evening, I think, when I'm doing this, because it's not the first thing I start my day with. So we are at the choosing images stage. I've already gone through the big bag because I've got, oh, hold on, I gotta lean way over to get it. I still have not cleaned off my desk. So, I have all of this in this plastic sleeve. This was my first run of items. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of images in here. Some from my old stash, some from the new culling we've been doing. And then I also pulled out just a ginormous stash of words, and I put them in here, and I thought, oh, there'll be plenty of room before I had got out the box. But I have overflowed that as well, so I have many, many, many. I think what we're learning here is Amy doesn't have much self-control when it comes to choosing. So, lots and lots of choices there. No, I don't want those to be folded down, though. Hold on, I caught some right in the edge. Shoo on into there. All right. So, lots of choices. Lots and lots and lots and lots. So you're going to see some stuff from yesterday. These are leftover from yesterday, and there's a little more leftover from yesterday further down. The Easter Island statue. This was actually a purse, but I cut the little loopy thing off. I've got the hand and the pinwheel still left over from yesterday. I've got to shove some stuff out of the way so I have a place to put other things. I've still got the boobs. I am? Oh, okay. This is, it's okay. I don't have those kind of videos. This was a picture. This is actually supposed to be the Northern Lights or something similar, I think. I cut it off of a night sky, and I have the bits of the night sky in the other envelope. I was going to include it in yesterday's collage, and I didn't wind up using it, so that may happen today. Question mark from yesterday. And then we're hitting, I got these little bird houses. I thought maybe I might cut out this first one. I don't know. This little owl thingy. My crazy chopsticks monster guy. Rubber ducky. I mean, I could go a couple of ways. I could go cutesy. I've got the part of the skeleton here. I could fussy cut him out and put him somewhere. I'm kind of trying to go with a landscape. So I think he might be too big, but I'll probably wind up fussy cutting him for another day. These are close-ups, magnification of, I think it's germs. I'm not sure, but I think they're kind of cool looking, so we'll see maybe today. The girl in her petal dress. I've got an apple heart, some eyes, a big cat. The big white shoes from the yesterday or the day before, the dog on the balloon, the little purpley thing, the two boots, the two cowboy boots from that one. Those are already fussy cutted out. This little Tyrannosaurus Rex with his shopping bags, he's too fun. Some glasses. I picked out actually a lot of glasses. I thought I might do something with glasses. I like the white hand. I'll put something over this because I don't want to know about Bert Lift's facelift addiction. The happy wonky face there. The hair, which I think might be fun to cut out and use as part of the background. That. Sexy legs. More glasses. The eyeballs, because I really like that's, if you watched the last couple of videos, I just recently hauled this. The girl with the weird stuff on her face. And this was just randomly in the thing. There's a single one of those eyeball things. This is left over from an image I harvested a while back. There's the little strip from yesterday that I still haven't used. A giant kitty. I love this guy with his flute. And the guys here, the little bitty ones. So I don't know if I'm going to use that, but that will be coming up in the next couple of days. I'd like to fussy cut out this lamp, but again, I don't think it's going to work on this particular page because I want to do one that's not portrait. I want to do a landscape, not like I'm going to make a landscape, but I want it to be landscape position. I've got the moose because I think I might want to use his horns on this elephant. The elephant and the moose is really where this started, and then it just kind of got weirder from there. So I haven't decided on the background yet. I think I may have to go back in and look. I almost kind of want like an ocean background or a space background. But this is where it all started with the ocean and the elephant. So I'm going to pause you for a little while because I only have 45 minutes. And I want to kind of, I'll come back when I've got things fussy cut out and a little better figured out. So I will be back. We are only a little less than 6 minutes in, so that's good. I'll be back. That gets down in there real close, doesn't it? Okay. I'm trying to get the whole thing on the camera. Good evening. Part 2. I accidentally shut the camera off while I was trying to pause it. Don't know why I'm singing about it. I did have some coffee. I'm going to admit it. I had some coffee. It's been a long time. And so, let's get back to this collage. I showed you the stuff I worked with, and then I had to go get more stuff because my stuff didn't work with my stuff. Okay. So, and I have a mess going on underneath me because I'm messy. So I started out trying to make like a galaxy background, but I couldn't find one big piece that was good enough, and I was trying to piece together other pieces, you know, and I didn't quite like it with the things I had. You know, I tried the marshmallow guy, and I was going to put some hair on it and stuff like that, but I was thinking, like mermaid tails, right? I don't know if I'm going to, I may have to like do a bigger piece or a fold down, but I thought that would kind of be fun to put ladies on there and do mermaid tails, but I didn't go that way this time. And then I had a rubber ducky, and I also had a little birdhouse, and I was trying to do some stuff with all these things that I cut out. But then I had taken out, you know, one of the many deer and elk pictures we got from that elk magazine. And I set the picture of the deer down, or the elk down, and then I set the picture of the elephant down, and that idea was born. And then there was a second little bitty elephant there, so I gave him some deer antlers. And then I had, let's see, where is he over here? I had this other image on here. Hold on. I can do this. I'm not totally insane. That's a bird. Brownies. Where did my thing go? I've lost the whole thing. I did cut out the lady's legs, but that didn't work on this one. There's going to be some weird stuff coming up. That's all I'm saying. I still got my skeleton guy. There's still the pinwheel, the hand, and all that stuff. I cut out the lady with her flowered skirt. Now she's stuck with the guy. I've got the tiny T-Rex with his shopping bag. I cut out a pair of glasses, and I was going to maybe see if I wanted to cut out the little of that, but I hadn't gotten that far yet. Oh, here it is. So I did toy with the idea of a bunny, a giant cat with the elephants. The elephants are a thing over here. They keep getting stuck on everything with their antlers. But Bima didn't like the cat with the elephant when I ran the idea by her. I tried to put the dog with the balloon on there, but it didn't quite make sense. I'm going to figure out how to use the dog with the balloon, I swear. And then I was going to do that, but that didn't really go with the elephants. And I thought about putting wings on the baby elephant, but these wings were too big. And then I also was going to do this background, but I didn't like it when I put it all down, so that didn't happen. So those are all of the things that didn't happen that will probably happen in the near future. You know, I've got a bunch of stuff cut out now. I really like the lady's legs with the boots. I got to figure out a thing to do that with. So I went into my room because nothing I had in my already picked out stuff I was liking it, and I found this, and I'm not gonna actually keep the tampon in there, don't worry. We're gonna actually mostly cover that up because we're gonna have the little elephant here, the little baby elephant right there, right about there. I think that's right about where I want it. And then, in the same magazine that I found the bunny and the hummingbird, I found this. And I like that. So I was toying with what side I wanted to put the baby elephant on. So I think maybe like that. I don't want to cut off any of the antler. This, and then I was looking through my words, and I thought about this for the words. And then I had a couple of other ones, but this is the one that I really, really liked. So I picked out this. So I may have to move I'm still going to have to move this baby elephant somewhere. I think he's going to have to go over here because I need room for the words. So this is kind of what I'm going with. And there's a thing stuck to. There's a little tiny piece of paper stuck to that. Okay. So that's what I have come up with that I think is going to be today's collage. It's kind of like he's got his goodie there. And he's like, "Ah, you can't have it, elephants." And I think the baby elephant's like, "I want the goodies." And that's what happened. So the background is already glued down. I was waiting for it to dry all the way because it got a little wrinkly, as magazine papers tend to do. So I thought we would start by gluing down this guy first, because where he goes will determine where the elephants go on here. So let me grab my scrappy paper. We will glue him down. I am up very late also, but we were having some discussions and drinking coffee. I'm still trying to get papers ironed. I actually got some stuff ironed today. I got some yellow coffee filters ironed because I ran out of yellow coffee filters. I used them all in the kits. And then I had a sale of my rainbow coffee filter pack. I was like, I don't have any yellow filters, and I didn't want to take apart any kits. That takes some work to get those set up. Okay, so I still kind of, it's okay, I think, if we cut off his little paw there, and a little bit of that side. We want this little, so there we go. Now, let's get my little squishy tool. So, for those of you that were around for yesterday's little, or earlier today's little shenanigans, I was having a live and somebody reported me for a violation. Initially I thought it was a copyright violation, but it wasn't. It was just a violation of YouTube's user guidelines, you know. When I really got to looking at what the guidelines say you can and can't do and what was in my video, I couldn't find anything that I really thought fit. And so I sent them a message, you know, I appealed the decision, you know, because it was just cut off randomly. And, okay, so now I can place the big elephant. And, well, maybe I should put the words down first. Okay, yeah, I'll put the words down first because that's going to determine where the baby elephant can go. Because I need to have room for the words and the elephants. But I appealed that, and a little while later, they put my video back up. I never did hear any actual information from YouTube about it, but hopefully that won't happen again. It's not going to reflect as a tag on my, you know, my YouTube report card, you know, like my permanent record with them. But it was a little frustrating just to have it happen. And I guess things like that just happen, you know, and you gotta roll with the punches. But I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I'm going to do some more magazine harvesting. I don't know if somebody thought because there was some semi-nudity in the images, or because I swear that somehow that was inappropriate. But I looked into Google's, YouTube's policies for, oops, I made that come right off there. Oh boy. For what, is actually, for nudity and stuff like that. It's only if you've put it on there for the express purpose of sexual gratification, which, most art is not intended in that way, and certainly not as I'm doing it on the, just culling magazines. So I don't know, maybe if, somebody was just a little offended that there was some semi-nudity. I really don't. I can't speak to whoever it is, his motivation. All I can do is what I need to do for myself. And I don't want to be discouraged, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't think it's worth any more attention than that. So, but let's get these. I must not have got any glue over here on this antler. I want to be careful because I definitely don't want to rip the antlers. That's one of my favorite parts about. That happened very early on, and that's why I kept trying to find an animal that worked. I felt like the cat sort of worked because its head was turned this way, and I don't think there's enough glue on the edge of that tusk, and I really want it to stay glued down and not come back up. So, and for every magazine that I've harvested, I've put a little bit more into this. But with all that harvesting, I still had to go into my extra stash to find this background, which I actually harvested a couple of days ago, maybe last week. Because I wanted, I tried so many different things, but either the images blended in, or, he's down good, so let's see. Can we put the baby over there? No, because it's gonna, and I don't want to block the tusk. Or his trunk. Oh my gosh. And I want to kind of, I think the baby right there, maybe a little over this way. I think we're going to do the baby right there. So I can't use this piece of paper unless I fold it over because it's all gluey. Glue everywhere. And it's just glue, try and get glue on all the, without, I don't want to glue them so hard down to the white piece of paper that I can't get it back up without ripping it. But I also want there to be a good amount of glue on here so it sticks down good too. But I went through and picked up all my piles that need to be ironed, of stuff I've been waiting to iron until more of it was out of the dye bath. And I might have waited a little too long because I have a huge monster pile iron of yellow, of, I showed you the other day the failed teal, where I was learning, where I'm, learning to use the powder dye instead of liquid, because the powder in every brand is less expensive than the liquid. But depending on how many boxes it takes to get the color saturation, some colors may just have to be done with liquid dye. Economically speaking, after so many boxes of the powder, it's more cost efficient to get less bottles of the liquid. So we need to do the word good. I did edge these all now because I've only got the 45 minutes, and Els was shooting videos, and then we were having dinner, and after Mike got off work we all chatted for a wee little bit, and then we were all talking with Elsa's son, and just family stuff. And so I wasn't in any rush to get this done. But by the time I was ready to film the video, you know, Alice just trucks on and she's very in the zone with her stuff. And you know, I'm very scattered and frenetic with my energy sometimes. So, sometimes I have to wait just because I didn't utilize my time in the best way. So, if I had a pen, I would do some little doodlies over here. And I may find over the next couple of days, like, I feel like if I find the right thing that's going to go with, something that's already made, like I find something that's over here, like some stars or some swirlies or something. I think I dropped my lid to my glue on the floor. Hold on. I don't want the glue to dry out. That would be bad. There it is.
Glue again.
No, I lost the lid. I'm always losing the lid. It's almost dead, but you know, you don't want it to get all weird and gummy. Weird and gummy is bad. So, but I need to get myself a set of Posca pens, I think. I love me some Posca pens. I don't think this will lend itself to charcoal. And I did ink all the edges. Tomorrow I will be a little bit better about showing the process. I just caught up with what I was doing, and you know, we were watching a couple of live streams at the same time, and you can't film and watch a live stream at the same time. So it just looks like there's like a thing connecting them a little bit, but you can't really tell that that tampon is back there anymore. I want to trim this paper up just a tad and then ink the edges, and we'll be done for today. Although I do think it still needs, I need to come back and maybe outline some stuff and do a little doodling. I know, gasp, right? The girl who doesn't like doodling is gonna doodle. But I think it needs something up there. I just haven't discovered what yet. It's the same thing on this first page here. I'd like to do something up in here and maybe outline a little bit some of the stuff if I had some Posca pens, especially maybe the octopus. And do like a little, one of those little scribbly kind of borders. But Amazon's not delivering non-essential stuff right now, and I don't want to give them my money just to, or I don't want to order stuff and just have all these orders outstanding and the money sitting around in my PayPal account because I'm forgetful and I'll spend the money on something else, and then when I go to charge, that goes to my bank account if there's not enough money in PayPal. And I don't want to cause any, you know, overdrafts or anything because I'm forgetful. That's silly. Oh, that's still not glued down quite right there. When I rub down this way, those come up. So let me put some glue on the back of that. And then push it down again gently with the, maybe with the bone holder? No, it's over here. Put it way back there behind me. So, I like that elephants with their antlers on. I just rub my hand across this. We don't want anything just peeling up as I work in the book. So, but I think I might, you know, in white outline the elephant, and then some doodles up here I think would be nice. So I think I definitely, if I can find a place that is able to ship sooner than maybe Amazon, or I can find it for a good price, I should definitely get some Posca pens coming up. So that's today's collage. This is day number 2, 4/9/2020. I'm trying to think of where would be the best place. Maybe up here we should put the date. We'll go, oh, this isn't quite glued down right there. There's a corner lifting up. Oh no! Not a corner lifting up. That's the bad thing about glue stick. I will go over this and seal it up with a coat of Mod Podge. So day 4/8, 2020. That didn't come out, so there's that, and then we'll roll back over here because I never did put the date on this one. And we'll put the date right here. This is day 1. For 7/2020. And this does have a coat of Mod Podge over it so that this blue doesn't come off, because that was Pan Pastels. It's got a little something here. So I think that's it for today. I have to see if I can get Els to help me snip these two things together and get them up so that you guys can see this in the morning. I will be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. On 4/9 at 11 a.m. for some magazine harvesting. We'll see how that goes. Still a little blue over here, but I will get this this side gessoed and get some tape on there. And then I think on this day, just for the fun of it, so this is day 2, day 3. On day 4, oh, I glued that just together. Exciting. I think I might do a whole 2-page spread for day 4 so I can use some of those bigger images. Even though there's, you know, you would still have to cut them apart for the ring binding. I think that would be fun. So, well, see, with the whole thing already, there's still part of that coming up. And that's just from me working on the one on the front side. To find those little pockets because I used the glue stick. And that's day 2. So, however you guys are spending your days and nights, thank you for supporting my channel, coming to watch, and I hope that what you are doing is bringing you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in someone else's box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye. The end.